What up, my guy?
Hey, my boy B Hill.
How's it going, bro?
How's it going, man? How you doing over there?
Man, not too bad, not too bad. Hate we couldn't get on here last night, but sometimes there's movie nights at the family house, so you got to get in with the family night every now and then. So we figured we go ahead and just mix these things up tonight. Let's talk a little college, let's talk a little NFL. Corey, go ahead.
Hey, House Divided podcast. We back in the house. We're here. It's your boy Corey Hilliard. It's my man B Hill. We're gonna talk a little NFL and college football preview. It's the House Divided. If you've been here before, you know what it is. If it's your first time, me Casa Su Casa, B Hill, talk to him. Let's get it started.
Guys, just do four things for us. Hit the subscribe, tap the notification bell, help our channel grow, guys. Also, too, while you're at it, if you like what you're hearing, you like what you're seeing, smash that thumbs up button for us. Last but not least, though, always drop down there in those comments. We want to hear from you guys. Good, bad, right, wrong, indifferent. Corey, let's get into this college football talk, man. Let's start off with some college ball because it's Saturday. So what
It
do
is.
we got on the slate for this week to discuss, my guy?
We're going with college game days going, my guy. We're going
Mm.
to no other place but your place, Durham, North Carolina. For the first time in the history of Duke football, Durham, North Carolina will host college game day. They play the number 11 Notre Dame Fighting Irish, the Duke Blue Devils, sitting at a cool undefeated number 17 in the country. And now B Hill, I know you are a Duke basketball fan,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But does that extend to the football too?
No, no,
No. So
it,
let me
it
do
doesn't.
this. I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna talk a little Duke
Pull
football
this
here
up.
because this is a big game, man.
They've been solid, man. They're 4-0 coming into this football game. They beat Clemson earlier in the season. I mean, they just keep winning damn football games. And you got Notre Dame that's coming off of a heartbreaker last week against Ohio State, to where on that final play, if they could have just had 11 men on the field, they possibly could have taken that game into overtime, and who knows what would have happened. So I'm looking at all of these things, and it's just like, whoo. I would like to sit here and think that it's going to be Notre Dame, though, Corey. That
Why?
that man, because I believe in Sam Hartman a little bit more than Leonard. I don't even know his damn first name. I mean, I just Sam Hartman, to me, I think that they're going
uh,
to be able to expose Duke. Duke has not played an offense like what Notre Dame has. I mean, Notre Dame, their running back's good. That was a they absolutely battled with Ohio State. That game could have went either way, Corey. And like I said, it came down to having 10 men on the damn field. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
Hey, let's take a look at Riley Leonard here, man. 6'4", 212. We all know what he did against Clemson. 28-7, had the long run to put them up early in the second half. Dude got wheels. He can play, man. This is not your average Duke team. The coach that's been here, his last year was his first year with Duke. They went 9-4. And then here we are a year later, and they're ranked number 17 in the country, sitting at 4-0. Whoo, B Hill. I'm gonna
so
have
what
to
you're
do this. I'm gonna
so
have to
what
do
you're
this.
so what you're telling me is this isn't by mistake. This is a good
No.
football team that Duke's got out there on the football field. I mean,
Yes.
right? Looking at those numbers, Corey. I'm looking at Leonard, and I'm seeing him as a game managing quarterback that's not going to make a mistake and cost his team the game.
Right.
That's what I'm seeing. He's got 2 touchdowns on the year. Well, I mean, but flip over there. Let me see Hartman's stats. Go over there
Okay.
because we got to give credit where credit's due. Notre Dame almost beat Ohio State, and Ohio State is a very, very talented. Look at those. Just look at those numbers. Look
Yeah.
at those numbers.
Yeah.
I'm
14
try
touchdowns,
I'm
no interceptions.
Corey. I'm trusting those a little bit more. My guy, what's the spread on this game? What are we looking at spread wise?
I don't know what we're looking at spread wise. We're looking at 5.5 for Notre Dame on the road.
I got Notre Dame winning and covering that spread. They win by at least 7 points in this football game, maybe even more. I think Notre Dame's going to come out and make a statement in this game and just be like, Duke, let's just pump the brakes a little bit here. That's where I'm at with this one.
I got Duke in a night game in Durham, North Carolina. It's going to be a packed house. It's not a big house, right? I don't know how much they seat, but I tell you this: there's something about the quarterback at Duke. They play defense, and I think Notre Dame's going to be there's going to be a hangover there from losing the game the way they did last week.
See, I don't think so because of how they lost, Corey. I think that they're coming for blood, man. I'd hate to be Duke this weekend. That's where I see it. So
we see it different. I hate to be Notre Dame coming off because you think about it, if they win that game, I mean, they were 2 minutes away from winning that game, and then you're talking about Notre Dame as a top 5 team in the rankings and in the country, and
they can still fight their way up there. They can still fight their way up there. They got plenty of football left.
They could, but the problem for them is their next week opponent is not a slouch. You got to get yourself emotionally ready. You got to get yourself back up, emotionally ready. College game day is going to be there. Emotions were high last week against Ohio State. It's really hard for college players week to week to get your emotions up and get revved up like that every single week.
I get it, but sometimes whenever there's that factor of college game days there, all the lights are on you, the brightest lights that it's going to be for Duke all season, that can get kind of tough, and you can tend to play a little bit differently than what you have been. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
We just see it different.
I got a lot more faith in Notre Dame in a nighttime game than I do friggin' Duke. I can promise you that right now.
This ain't your same old Duke, man. This ain't your same old Duke. Let's go to the next game. LSU Tigers sitting at number 13 in the country, 2-0 in the conference, 3-1 overall against the Ole Miss Rebels coming off a loss at Alabama, sitting at 3-1. Now, before I kick it over to you, B. Hill, this game last year was in Death Valley. This year it's in Oxford, Mississippi. Last year in Death Valley, Ole Miss had a 17-0 lead midway through the second quarter and wound up losing, I believe, 45-17. LSU went on to score 45 unanswered points. I don't quote me on that score, but I think it was something to that tune. So here you got Jackson Dart, right? Jaden Daniels, Neighbors, the stellar receiver for LSU. What do you think? What's your initial thoughts here? You think Ole Miss knocks them off, or you think LSU continues to climb back up into the rankings?
I think that you should go to Vegas and put your money on the over for LSU on that -2.5, because I think the way that Ole Miss got beat last week by Jalen Milroe, like it just, and Jackson Dart just didn't look that good to me. He was making some throws that were like really questionable. He does that kind of stuff against LSU, they're going to blow the doors off of him. I mean, I don't think this game's as close as what the rankings are saying that it is. I think it'll be competitive in the first half, but I got LSU by at least 2 scores in this game, Corey. 2 scores in this game. Yeah, because not much to me has changed since last season. Jackson Dart he's okay. He's just not that guy. And I think Jaden Daniels, they've kind of shooken off that loss that they had to Florida State at the beginning of the season. They're starting to get on track. Mm-hmm. It just goes into my belief in a Jaden Daniels and a Brian Kelly-led team over Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss, because Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss, as much as they are like a sexy little toy and everything else, and everybody always likes to talk about him and everything else, like he's this guru in offense, which he is a hell of an offensive coach. But his team has never been able to put it on the field consistently for me to sit here and say that they're going to be able to beat an LSU. So that's my take.
I'm with you on that. I agree. I take the LSU Tigers in the 2.5 to cover. I just think when you're looking at Jaden Daniels, 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. The weapons that he's got, Neighbors, you got Taylor at the tight end. I just think they're going to be more physical up front. They had a little scare last week against Arkansas, which is a rivalry game. They played for the boot. trophy, which is a big deal. Me being from Louisiana, I know all about LSU, Arkansas. That's a huge rivalry. So they got it out of there with a win. Give me LSU. I'll take
You
LSU.
got to. You got to. You got to take LSU in that game.
Yep.
I mean, if you don't, I just don't see that. Ole Miss ain't ready for the big game like that. She's not ready.
All right. Here's our me and you both least favorite team ever. We got the Texas Longhorns hosting the number 24 Kansas Jayhawks. I'm going to kick this one off to you right off the bat. I just want to hear what you say. What do you think about this? Can KU go in there and get a win? This is a trap game for Texas. It's a ranked opponent in Kansas coming into Austin, Texas, a week before the biggest match possibly of the year in college football against your Oklahoma Sooners. Speak on it, B.
Whew, this one right here, man. You got it at minus 16.5 right now for Texas, right?
Yeah.
Me, I've been saying this all season long. That was a nice win at Alabama. I think that you could make arguments that this is the best quarterback that they faced all season so far. Jalen Daniels. Jalen Daniels is that guy. He's a dual threat quarterback. I think that this one's going to go. I think Texas does find a way to pull out this victory just because Texas overall has a much better team. I don't think Jalen Daniels is going to be able to just do whatever he wants against that Texas. Because as much as I want to just hate them, that Texas defense has played some pretty stout defense this season. They've been very, very good on their front seven. I mean, dude, it's just I want to sit here and say as a fan, like, oh, I'd love to see them lose this game. But really, as a fan of Oklahoma and most Oklahoma fans out there, you shouldn't want Texas to lose this football game.
Yeah.
You really don't want them to because
Preach.
As an Oklahoma fan, if we go in there to Red River on the 7th and we handle our business, we just beat a top 3 team.
Facts.
You see what I mean? So that when it comes time to college football playoff rankings, when it comes time to having those stripes on the board, you want to have that matchup. So I got Texas winning this football game. However, I do not have them covering a 16.5-point spread. I think that they win by something between like 10 to 14 points in this game. I think Kansas kind of keeps it close through the first half, and then Texas is going to start just establishing that run game and pounding them up the middle. Because Kansas just doesn't have the horses to be able to hang with Texas for 4 quarters. So that's what it's going to come down to, in my opinion.
No doubt. I'm with you right there. Texas does at this point have the most, I don't know if you can call it the most impressive win. One of them going on the road in Tuscaloosa, beating Alabama. They beat Baylor 38-6 last week. I'm with you. I don't think Kansas has the horses, man. You got to deal with Ewers. You got to deal with Worthy, the running back. There's a couple of other receivers that Kansas is just, they don't have the guys to match up with, unfortunately. But good for Kansas, man. They beat BYU last week 38-27. They got a win over Nevada 31-24. They beat Illinois 34-23. So they're winning games that Kansas in the past
was not winning.
Won.
No.
Right. So it's a feel-good story coming off of what they did last year.
So second season in a row, Corey, starting 4-0.
It's good for them. It's good.
Nugget there for you.
It's good for the Big 12. It's good for Kansas football. They're building a new stadium and all
this. This is the new power of the Big 12 when we leave. Kansas Jayhawks.
Here, bro. Chill. Chill. You took it too far, my guy.
There's only 3 teams ranked in the conference, my guy. It's Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. I'm just throwing that out there. Throwing it out there. Just saying. I mean, man.
The new power of the Big 12.
No, you can't because Kansas going to smack y'all.
Oh, bro. Everybody's going to smack us. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. All right. USC, Colorado. Colorado coming off the drubbing, the ass kicking they took the Dan Lanning and the Oregon Ducks. Not good. How did they rebound? They're at home against Caleb Williams, the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback that used to play at OU, who's now with Lincoln Riley at USC, the number 8
Appreciate it.
team in the country. Whew. You want to start this one off, and you want me to dive into this one?
Dive into it. Go ahead.
I don't like this for Colorado. This can be a carbon copy of what happened last week, unfortunately. If you thought Bo Nix was good, my man, you haven't seen Caleb Williams yet. Certified beast. The only thing that will keep Colorado in the game is USC does not have the defense that Oregon has, right? For everything that USC is, Lincoln Riley made a mistake in bringing Grinch with him from OU to USC. That speed defense, it's not going to work, right? I do see Colorado putting up more points there. They are at home. Big noon kickoff Saturday on Fox will be there. I think they bounce back. The line on this,
21.5.
21.5. I don't think they get blown out again 2 weeks in a row. I think it's a little bit closer. I can see USC winning by 17, 14, somewhere around there, maybe even 10 points. They did struggle with Arizona State last week. It's all because of that defense. USC is going to put up the points. The defense leaves a lot to be desired. I think Shedeur Sanders bounced back, and they keep it close for a little bit, but then USC breaks away at the end.
I mean, I'm echoing pretty much everything that you're saying, my guy. I mean, Caleb Williams, whew, he's just
special.
He really is. He really is. Shedeur Sanders last week was under a lot of pressure. I agree with everything that you said. I think that they're going to be able to get a little bit more established this week playing a USC defense. That USC defense gave up 28 points to the backup quarterback at Arizona State. And just to put this into context out there, folks, Oklahoma State beat Arizona State. So
27-15. We held them to 15 points.
So yes, that defense
Arizona
over there at USC. Now, granted, I think that USC could possibly put up like 50 plus points in this game, though. If you're asking me, Bo Nix put up 42 points on this defense. What do you think Caleb Williams about? He's about to go bananas.
He's gonna go nuts.
Bananas.
He's gonna go nuts.
Zachariah Branch, Mario Williams, Brendan Rice. They are about to go off and have a day. So I got USC winning this game. I've also got USC covering the 21.5. I think they're absolutely going to slaughter Colorado. Colorado, they were a 1-11 football team last year. Put it however the hell you want. You're not just going to flip that roster over like that and beat a team with the talent of a USC. So I think it's just this is going to be one of those games where USC comes in here and they make a statement. Caleb Williams is just that dude.
That's fair.
That's where I'm at with the Colorado Prince Cinderella story. It's over, man. It's over. Oh, looks like we lost Corey here for a second. Colorado, we all know what they were talking about, guys. I'll sit here. Oh, there he is. What happened to you, my guy?
A little snafu there.
Oh, I got you.
But we're back. All right.
All right. So we both agree on that one.
We got to talk about your Sooners. I'm going to pull this bad boy up. We got to talk about the potential trap game that you guys face. All right.
Absolutely.
1 week out almost from Texas. We got to talk about those Oklahoma Sooners and the Iowa Cyclones. B-Hill, I'm going to kick it over to you. You know what it is playing Iowa State. I know what it is playing Iowa State. They're that team that has no business being in these games, but they find a way to be in the game.
Go ahead. It's happened. It's happened many, many times. What's our spread at on this one? I think it's like 14.5 or 15, if I'm not mistaken.
I want to say
20.
20. Wow. So what you thinking?
Okay. When you're looking at these stats, though, like we're averaging 506 yards per game, 350 yards respectively through the air, another 157.8, call it 160 yards on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively, though, We have absolutely been putting up some numbers. I think we're like number 2 in scoring defense, number 2 or number 3 in scoring defense.
Yeah.
The defense has been flying around. They're like +7 or 8 in the turnover battle. Like
Right.
Dylan Gabriel has not been turning the football over. He's another quarterback that he's not getting as much praise as he should. I'm not sitting here saying he should be a Heisman favorite or anything, but Dylan Gabriel gets slighted by a lot of people more than what he should. Because
Right.
Dylan Gabriel, that game last week against Cincinnati, Corey, a lot of people don't realize this. Probably your average college football fan would not realize their defensive line that we faced was potentially probably one of the best defensive lines that we are going to face all season long.
Right.
So for us to go up in there, Cincinnati's only lost 3 home games in like the last 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember exactly what the stat was. Steven, Matt, you guys could probably tell me different on that. But Cincinnati does not lose at home very often. So it was the first Big 12 game, everything else. I think Oklahoma this week bounces back. I think they're going to have a big game offensively, Corey. I think that they're putting up at least – they're going to put up about over 40 points on this Iowa State football team because this is a thing, again, where I think that the talent level at Oklahoma compared to an Iowa State is just night and day different. It's just not even close. It's in Norman. It's a night game. The lights are going to be on. I think this is going to be an absolute show that Dylan Gabriel and that Oklahoma offense put on. I think that they're going to be able to run the football too against Iowa State. So I got Oklahoma winning and covering the 20-point spread.
Damn, I hate agreeing with you, but yeah, I wish there was a better trap game. Maybe even like a Kansas or somebody, like you said, the new power of the Big 12, Kansas.
Yeah.
I wish y'all were playing Kansas instead. Somebody that can threaten this defense, but defensively, you guys have been stout. I really don't see Iowa State doing much. There's not really a lot to speak on. It really isn't. Dylan Gabriel has been he's been awesome.
That's crazy.
Oh, you has gone 6 far. It's been a while.
When was the last time that we could say that? I think they've given up something like 34 points through the first 4 games, Corey.
It's been.
I mean, and it's just I'm seeing it as a fan watching the games because I've watched every single game from beginning to end. You're seeing it at all levels of the defense. The secondary looks good. Gentry Williams out there. You got Woody Washington just playing shutdown defense. You got Billy Bowman, Key Lawrence in the back end. I mean, Danny Stutzman looks like a damn Butkus Award winner this season.
He'll be a finalist for sure.
I mean, it's like I see all of these things. There's not yes, it's a trap game, but not to the extent of what Texas has that they got to face over there with Jalen Daniels and the Kansas Jayhawks. OU is a much more superior football team. I think that those days of struggling against Iowa State are going to be over now that Brent Venables is in town. That was more of a Lincoln Riley issue as opposed to a Brent Venables issue. So I think that it's going to continue, and I think OU continues on to this thing, and we head into this Red River undefeated.
I agree. You know what's really cool about this game? 6 p.m. It's going to be a night game by the time it's over. All right, you get to have your little light show. But I will say this. Don't throw up a dud. Do not throw up a dud, Sooners. Okay? What's crazy is Jaden Rowe is hurt and not playing. Could you imagine him lined up on the outside and the receivers getting bumped by him? LOL.
Yeah. Jaden Rowe he's a dude. And this right here, too, these 2 guys, Peyton Bowen and PJ Adebawore, are 5-star freshmen, true freshmen.
Yeah.
They're making impacts. I'm just throwing that out there. It's just a different looking Oklahoma defense, man, than what we've seen in the past. These are players that Oklahoma was not getting. They weren't getting these players, and we've got them there, and it's only going to continue, Corey. This is just a start, man. This is just a start.
It is a start. I will say this. If you guys emphatically beat the tar out of Iowa State, Texas handles their business against Kansas Jayhawks, there could be a scenario where College Game Day and Big Noon Saturday both show up in Dallas for the Red River
No.
Shootout.
Big Noon Saturday can keep their ass somewhere else. I hate Gus Johnson. I can't stand the guy.
Gus Johnson?
I can't
Why?
stand the guy. I just can't stand him. He annoys the hell out of me. Most people love his theatrics
Hold
and
on
everything
real
else.
quick. Give me 1 second. Hello?
Are you filming?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to change spot.
All right, bye. Sorry, that was a wifey. I had to take that.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. No issues here. But no, I mean, that's just where I'm at, Corey. That's just where I'm at, bro. I want this more than anything. I want Texas to win this week. I want Oklahoma to win this week. That's where I'm at.
I'm with you there, man. We're 1 week away from an epic matchup, I think. So just keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully y'all don't blow it. Hopefully Texas doesn't blow it, huh?
Nah, big victories this weekend by both squads. By both.
All right, let's kick over to NFL. Let's do a quick rundown and give our thoughts on the top 4 games, and then we'll shut this baby down. NFL Week 4, Miami 3-0, coming off of 70 points, going to the Buffalo Bills.
What's our spread and everything looking like on this? Can you get that up on the screen?
Let me stop sharing this one, and then I'll share the other one for you.
I agree with you, Matt. I agree with you, my guy. I agree.
What did he say?
He said that right here, he said OU isn't blowing nothing besides blowing Iowa State out. I love it. Love it. All right. Well,
Ooh, Buffalo, 2.5-point favorites.
Go ahead, Corey. Start this one off.
Oh, man, I'm not picking against Miami, not right now. Devin A-Chain has arrived, the rookie. Tua, possibly the front runner right now for the MVP. Tyreek Hill, arguably pushing Jefferson for being the most explosive and best receiver in football. Mostert, I mean, come on, man. Now, here's what's good for Buffalo. They do have the number 2 ranked defense in the NFL.
I was about to
if
say.
anybody can stop this attack, it would be Buffalo. The game's in Buffalo. Speaking from a person that played 8 years in the NFL, Buffalo is one of the worst places to play. Their fans are rabid. They're ridiculous. It stays loud. It gets loud early, and it stays loud all the time. Ridiculous home field advantage for the Buffalo Bills, but give me the Dolphins in this one.
I love it. I love it. I love it. You know what? I'm going to keep rolling with it. It worked for me last week against Washington. I think that this is a week to where Tua Tagovailoa and that offense gets slowed down just a titch bit than what they have been. I think it's going to be enough. Give me Buffalo by 3 in this football game, Corey.
Ooh-wee.
At home, give me Buffalo by 3. Woo! Look at them Lions right now. Ooh, dog.
Oh, we'll talk about them in a second. We don't want to jinx it.
Here's
my other team. Me being a New Orleans native, this is a game for the lead outright right now in the NFC South. The winner of this game goes up a game in the division. You got the New Orleans Saints, who lost a heartbreaker last week to the Green Bay Packers. And then you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming off a short week. They played Monday night. Got manhandled by the Eagles. So they're coming off a short week. The line, 3.5. Revenge game possibly for my boy Jameis Winston. Don't think Derek Carr is going to play. He's week to week. Usually when a team says week to week, they're going to be out that week. I would like it if they'd have said day to day, but it's week to week. So I think he's going to be out. Fully expect Jameis Winston at the quarterback. New Orleans, with Derek Carr, was struggling on offense. They do have a streak I want to talk about. The New Orleans Saints, 12 straight games where they have not allowed more than 20 points. So the defense is elite. Baker Mayfield, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, how did they bounce back from that tough home loss to the Eagles? Give me the Saints in this one. Give me the points as well. I think they cover. I think they beat the Buccaneers by 5 or 6 points at home.
Give me Baker Mayfield and the Bucks. Give me Baker.
You
bouncing
would.
back. bouncing back.
You
They
would.
are not. The New Orleans Saints are not the Philadelphia Eagles, my friend. Let's just call it what it is.
My
Y'all
gosh.
lost. Y'all lost to the damn Packers last week, man.
Bro,
Stop.
that was Derek Carr went out. It was 17-0, and then
My
things just
point
fell apart.
exactly. And that Joker ain't playing in this game either. Give me the Bucks and give me the Bucks by at least 3 points. Carry on.
Let's talk about the toilet bowl here. This is one of two matchups between undefeated teams, 0-3 teams. Minnesota Vikings, Carolina Panthers. I only pulled this up to ask you what's going to happen. Are we going for the full-on tank job here?
Yeah.
Or is Minnesota going to try to win this game? What do you want here?
No, I want them to lose.
Oh.
I want them to lose. Tank job is in effect. Caleb Williams, number 1 pick. Here we come. We're not doing nothing. Winning this game or losing this game changes my opinion, changes nothing for me.
They got Minnesota as a 4-point favorite.
That's cute. I love it.
On the road.
Give me the points and give me Carolina. I'm rolling with them. Carolina's going to win this football. The Vikings are finding ways to lose damn football games this year, man. It's unacceptable.
I got the Vikings covering. I got the Vikings covering. Bryce Young probably not going to play for the second week in a row with that.
Is he not playing? Is he not playing?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, I mean, damn. You almost have to think the Vikings win, but I don't want them to. Tank. The Dallas Cowgirls.
America's team, so they say. 6.5-point favorites at home against the New England Patriots. Coming off that loss to the Arizona Cardinals, which nobody saw. They were a double-digit point favorite last week on the road and wound up losing by double digits. Do the Cowboys bounce back? New England 1-2. New England's played some teams tough. They played Philly tough. I don't know. I forget what they did against the Dolphins. Last week they beat the Jets with Zach Wilson. Poor guy. Nobody's having a tougher time. Nobody's having a tougher time in life right now than Zach Wilson.
Oh man, that dude right there, bro. It's getting so bad. They're bringing Colin Kaepernick back on the practice squad.
Bro, it's ridiculous.
That's how bad it got over there.
So what are we thinking? Me and you both hate the Dallas Cowboys. I'm pulling for a New England Patriots upset here on the road. Patriots play good defense. The Cowboys, I don't think they're all cracked up what they are to be. I think Dak's a little overrated. I do have Tony Pollard on my fantasy team, so I hope he rushes for 100 and a cool 2 touchdowns, but they still lose. What say you?
I don't see that. No, I don't see as much as I want to. I just can't do that, man.
Can't do it.
Not at Dallas. I think that this is a football game. They bounced back. They were absolutely embarrassed last week against Arizona, losing that football game. They had no business losing that football game. Mm-hmm. I think they bounce back in this game. I think they cover that 6.5-point spread. I think it's going to be one of those football games where they can just bounce back, and you'll see like CeeDee Lamb go off for some points. You'll see it's going to be a good game for Pollard. I mean, they're going to get back on track and win this football game. And that defense, I mean, they still got Micah Parsons over there last time I checked. So
that's true.
That's where I'm at. Give me the Dallas Cowboys in that football game.
Yep. I don't want to agree with you, so I'm picking the Patriots. So there it is.
That's fine. That's fine. I love it.
Well, my man, I think that's the end of the show. My Lions are playing right now. We were up 27-3. Now it's only 27-17 with a full fourth quarter to go. In typical Lions fashion, we're trying to blow this game in Green Bay. So if you don't have anything else, I say we cut this thing short so I can get back to watching my boys.
I'm good. You do your thing. Hey, Steven, Matt, appreciate you guys as always, for stopping by and listening to us. You guys are like some awesome fans, guys. We love it whenever you guys come up in here. Do us a favor, though. If you guys got some social media or anything, share the videos for us. Try to get us out there. Help us out. We're sitting here at 90 subscribers right now.
91.
Views have been. We're at 91 now.
Yeah,
91.
we picked up somebody.
Hey, well, somebody picked up and came onto the House Divided. So, guys, as always, share our content, like our content, subscribe if you're not already, tap the notification bell so you guys can be up to date on all our newest and latest content. But last but not least, guys, we always want to hear from y'all. Comment down there below. Good, bad, right, wrong, and different. We don't care one way or another. So, as always, Corey, it's your boy B Hill right here. My guy Corey over there. Signing on out. Peace.
Peace.